Good afternoon. Welcome to the Atlanta Innovation Studio powered by MailChimp. I'm Grant Wainscott, Vice President of Ecosystems at the Metro Atlanta Chamber. And as you can tell behind us with all this buzz, we are live from Venture Atlanta 2021. I can't tell you how good it feels to be back doing in-person events again. This is one of the first few that we've been a part of here in the city. We've been traveling for a little bit, but it's great to see everybody kind of descending on Metro Atlanta and talking about innovation, talking about entrepreneurship, talking about capital and access and inclusion, and it feels, I think the energy is kind of palpable. So we've got three amazing leaders from our ecosystem with us to talk a little bit about what you're doing and what you're seeing in the marketplace.
You got it.
What the hype is right now that folks are really talking about. So why don't we start with you, Shila, and tell us a little bit about who you are, who you're with, and then we'll get into the meat of the discussion.
Sure. So hi everyone. I'm Shila Nieves, Burney. I'm the founder and managing partner for Zane Venture Fund and our programming arm, Zane Access. And I am really excited to be here at Venture Atlanta this year.
My name is Aidoo Osei. My name is Aidoo Osei. I'm the Vice President of Product Strategy for Global Payments. Global Payments is a 30-year-old company that has traditionally been in the payment processing space. And over the last 10 years, we've been making a tremendous transition into all areas of FinTech and commerce enablement. So I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for being with us.
Yeah.
Tommy?
Tommy Marshall, I'm the Executive Director of the Georgia FinTech Academy of the University System of Georgia. We're a diversity workforce development initiative for the FinTech industry. So we're all about helping students start wonderful careers in the industry known as FinTech.
Awesome. Well, thank you all. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me talking over all this excitement. I mean, it's fantastic to hear this
buzz, right?
The buzz here. Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's as loud as being at a Braves game right now, but it's just about that.
Close.
Close enough. So you just had a huge weekend, Shila. Tell us a little bit about why I don't think you probably got a whole lot of sleep for the past couple weeks.
I have not. So hey everyone, again, I'm the CEO of Zane Access. Zane Access is our programming arm where we provide capital readiness program for the diverse entrepreneurial system. This year we decided to go bigger and bring in a university system, and so we just wrapped up 3 days of programming, partnering with Emory University on their Hack ATL, providing conversations around how to get into VC, how to build your company and scale it. So I'm really excited that we sort of kicked off Innovation Weekend here in Atlanta, and all the rest of the activities I'm really looking forward to.
That's awesome. Well, I know that was a tremendous amount of work. It sure made a lot of news around the world, and we're so proud of everything that you all are engaged in.
Thank you.
Helping the ecosystem really feel like it's inclusive for everybody.
Thank you.
I mean, that's Atlanta right now, right?
That's Atlanta right now. We are
Epicenter.
one big sort of diversity hub where we believe in diversity and making sure that it shows up in all of our work we do. So really excited about all of the incredible things that are happening in Atlanta right now. We're in a special place.
Well, that is, Tommy, being on the ground floor of something like the FinTech Academy and really hearing from the industry that this is something that they wanted and need that to be able to develop the next kind of level of talent. What are you seeing companies are looking for? How are we filling that diverse kind of talent pipeline, and why do you think Georgia and Atlanta is a kind of a nexus for that?
Yeah, the corporate company engagement with our program has been just phenomenal, and we've had some big announcements recently. Visa just announced that they're joining us in a meaningful 3-year partnership with our program. Of course, Visa, one of the most recognizable brands in the world.
I got like 8 of them in my pockets, I think.
I think they likely the largest FinTech by market cap, I think, hands down. So we're super excited about that relationship. Of course, our founding investor, FIS Global, has just remained massively committed to us in many ways. And many others as well throughout our Atlanta ecosystem, and we're grateful for all of their engagement. And what we consistently hear from them is we love what the FinTech Academy is doing and getting students oriented towards financial services technologies and this amazing industry. And it's been fun to engage with the students because, as you would expect, you say, what's FinTech to a student, and they're like, Venmo?
That's right.
PayPal?
Right.
Yep.
Robinhood?
Right.
And we're like, okay, yes to all of that, but
little bit
there's
more.
also a whole lot of other companies BlackRock, Invesco, MailChimp, acquired by Intuit recently, on and on. And when students really began to understand the scale and scope of the industry and the opportunities that are available to them in this industry, they begin to get very, very excited. And it's been fun to help them prepare for careers in FinTech. It's been fun to get them directly engaged with these employers. We have 290 students right now doing a FinTech project with a company directly right now in this semester. And so can you imagine if when you were a senior undergrad, having the opportunity to work with executive teams at a large global,
it would have been a global if I could have.
company.
Where were you when I needed you? Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah, almost to the time. Every time we get a seasoned executive that comes in engaged, they'll say to the students, "You don't understand how cool this is. I wish I'd had this when I was in school." So those types of collaborations are just really, they're taking place, and they're just creating a lot of excitement on behalf of all the constituents that are engaging. And we're seeing students get jobs. We've seen 850 students we know we've placed from our program into industry just in the last 18 months. So and we think that number is probably undercounted.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things happening.
Well, that's incredible, and
That's
I know
incredible.
Global's one of those brands that
Right.
takes advantage of access to that kind of talent. And you've got a complicated job. Walk us through all the things that you have to do.
Well, Global's a great, fantastic company. It's a dynamic place. In 2019, we merged with TSYS, which doubled the size of our company.
I mean, our number one employer of FinTech talent is Global Payments in Georgia.
And our hub is here. Our headquarters is right there in Buckhead. And we just recently did a partnership with the Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta. So for community engagement and for all of the reasons that we talked about. So the technology is evolving. We've done announcements with Google and AWS. So we're in the process of kind of moving into the digital revolution. So a lot of the things that we're focused on from a global payments perspective have to do with software and commerce enablement, and really taking workloads that traditionally have been kind of on-premise and just really making sure that they're global scale and that we can deliver really effective and scalable solutions.
Ayo, I got so excited when I saw the announcement around that global Mercedes-Benz partnership, just knowing that Mercedes-Benz really views itself as wanting to be an incubator, a laboratory for tomorrow, for the future, and just the possibilities that can happen in that building in terms of how payments are accepted, how you engage with clients and customers. I can't wait to see what happens.
To be associated with Arthur Blank and his organization,
of course.
It really starts at the top. They really want to deliver a great experience, and they're a transformational force in the city. And we want to be associated with that as well. So that's great alignment there, and I just can't believe what's happening with the ecosystem. I started my career here in Atlanta with Firethorn, which
legendary.
Was founded in 2007, Trent Rackley. And one of the interns that I worked with when I was at Firethorn is one of the big founders of Flock Safety here, Garrett Langley.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's a small world just to see how far we've come in just over 12 years.
Wow.
So I'm really excited that the Chamber has been really engaged in investing in these types of events.
Well, we can't do it without partners like you all. I mean, this is what this is all about, is again, access to capital, access to jobs, and we're here today with a number of companies that are exploring the market, right? They're from other parts of the world, other parts of the country, and they wanted to know, what's the vibe, what's different. They're hearing, they're reading, they're seeing it in the news. They know there's something special here, but they've got to kind of smell it, taste it, feel it for themselves. And I think that's some of the special sauce is people will return a call, they'll return an email, they'll take an appointment. It's not this cutthroat. Yes, it's a massive global market, right? Third largest concentration of Fortune 5s, world's busiest airport, all the bullet points we talk about in the Chamber. But what are you seeing? I mean, what's different now, Shila, that even from 3 or 4 years ago, the Flock Safeties, all these unicorns that we're seeing.
That's what's different. We have 5 unicorns that just came out in 2021,
right?
And 12 total. So I think what we're seeing is just a convergence of talent right now. especially coming out of like some of these high growth companies that are doing extremely well. I'll give you an example of one company that we made an investment in, a company called Parrot, spun out of MailChimp, found a pain point within MailChimp. It's a payments by text platform.
Yep.
And then what was so exciting is that MailChimp CEO and CTO both invested in the company. And then they went on to he went on to get a lead out of New York, and we came in near the end. But I got that deal from Tope from Calendly. He shared the deal with me.
really? Cool.
And so
Nice.
it's about sharing opportunity when opportunity comes up. And so I think that's what we have that's different from a lot of communities, right? We are a community of entrepreneurs, of investors, of ecosystem builders, that sort of stuff. And we know where talent is, and we know when to share it to the right person to get that person that opportunity. So I think that's what's different here in Atlanta.
Wow.
But I think that's always been in Atlanta. I don't think that part is new. I think we're seeing the result of that now. Yeah.
You know, we talk and see so many people in a typical day. It's hard to find kind of native Atlantans anymore. You know, I've lived all over the world. Most people have come from somewhere else, and I kind of feel like when you get here, there's an instant safety network and a you know,
It's an openness.
Everybody was so nice to me when
We're talking about
Right.
community. Yeah.
everybody was so nice to me when I got here. I'm like, do I have a target on my back? Like, why do you don't know me? But I mean, you feel that way. And Tommy, I mean, you know, from ATDC and all the things that you've been engaged in in this community, you've been on the ground floor for so much innovation and access to education. I mean, what's the secret sauce here? Why do you have all these students interested in FinTech and companies like Global Payments that want to gobble up the talent?
I mean, I think you just hit on part of it. It's just we are, in our essence, in our DNA as a community, is collaboration and supporting each other in success. And that's, you know, there's some great historical events that this city's been a part of where that foundation was set, you know, decades and decades and decades ago. And I think we're all kind of beneficiaries of the dividends of that coming about. So it's just such a vibrant place, and I feel like we're in another moment here for Atlanta, obviously. And what's been cool too is just as we're at Venture Atlanta too, just how many folks we're seeing coming into Venture Atlanta from all over the world and the country. I mean, a gentleman from the Netherlands that I've just been getting to know, he's got a FinTech founder, just walked up and said hello. It's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? You're from the Netherlands.
That would be Sherd from Gift.
So
a great giving platform if you're interested in technology.
Thank you, Grant. But it's just such a great place to be, and I think, and then our university system obviously is world class. We're sitting here just feet away from Georgia State at the moment, who I'll give a call out to because they just got named for some very significant awards in the national press related to their innovation as an institution and also their diversity as an institution. It's the fourth most diverse public university in the United States of America.
Yeah,
and we are so fortunate to have them in our community.
Well, I'm going to give you the last word here. Our time's about up because we've got some other fantastic founders and leaders and folks we need to talk to, but give kind of our audience just a feel for what do you think the next 12, 24 months look like for Global Payments and for our region.
Well, I think for Global Payments, it really is about leveraging the human capital that we have and really kind of transforming that into innovation, to really rebuilding certain aspects of our economy.
Okay.
Right? Because there is that post-COVID rebuilding that's happening. We service a lot of small businesses, and small businesses have had quite a time. So really what we've been trying to do is figure out what are the services that we can provide that are going to help businesses run and grow their platforms and continue to expand and allow the entrepreneurs of the future to continue to grow. So
and shout out on that Mineral Tree acquisition announced last week.
Yeah, that's true.
Phenomenal deal.
Yeah.
B2B payments is
B2B
a massive opportunity.
Absolutely.
And
Jeff really got excited about that one.
Well, we're going to continue this conversation in Las Vegas in a couple days because we're on our way to Money 2020. Woo! So FinTech is alive and well. So thank you so much for joining us here from Atlanta Innovation Studio, powered by MailChimp. Grant Wayne Scott with the Metro Atlanta Chamber signing off. Thanks. You, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.